Let's talk problems with professional development, because there are a lot of them, especially when it comes to PD for teachers. When I was a teacher, I absolutely hated professional development days, and I know that I'm not alone in that feeling. So let's get right into it with part one of these problems. But we're not just going to complain here, we're also going to talk solutions. So problem number one is that PD feels like extra work, and the last thing that teachers need is extra work. Teaching is such a demanding job. It requires all of your time and effort, and you do not have extra time to put into PD most of the time. So what's a solution to this? When you assign PD to teachers, try taking something else off their plate. Cover lunch or recess duty for the teachers so that they can focus on the PD. Or host the PD during an in-service day instead of after school. Problem number two is that PD usually covers superficial topics. Half the time, okay, actually more than half the time, I would leave PD sessions thinking like, I already knew that. That's an hour of my life I will never get back. So rather than trying to cover more things in less time, try focusing on just one or two topics that you can really dive deep into. That way they feel less superficial to the teachers. Problem three is that usually PD has mismatched assignments. PD really cannot be a one-size-fits-all. When I was a Spanish teacher, half the time I left those PD courses thinking I really did not need to be there. That did not apply to me. I know a lot of my veteran colleagues used to complain about the same thing, saying that was really only applicable to the new teachers. What was in it for me? So the solution is to ask your teachers, what do they need more of? What are their interests? What are their challenges? What are their growth areas? And then try offering mini sessions that tailor to those specific interests and problems. Problem four is one of the biggest ones in my opinion, and it is a lack of interactive learning. There is nothing worse than going to a PD session where the presenter is talking about student-centered learning and you're sitting there through a lecture knowing that that is absolutely the opposite of what student-centered learning is. So to solve this problem, make sure that your PD actually mirrors what you are preaching. Just because teachers are grown-ups does not mean that they don't want to play games or do other fun activities to learn. If you like this video and you want part two, save it and follow us along at Moreland University.